You didn't even wash your hands. Hey, I'm Austin.
And I'm Ryan. And this is the Spring Chat,
where we talk all things Disney.
resorts,
Shopping. Food. You can catch us at 8:30 on Thursday nights on
Facebook, YouTube.
Twitch, and now Spotify on Amplified Network.
Thanks for joining us here at the Amplified Network. Your show will begin in just a few minutes, but first I want to go on ahead and shout out to our awesome sponsors. First, we have the Mouse Merch Box. It is an official Disney subscription box. It is $60 quarterly if you subscribe, or $70 per box. It's going to come with $120 to $150 worth of exclusive Disney apparel and merchandise, so definitely check that out. If you do decide that you want to check them out, we do have a coupon code for you. Coupon code is going to be Springs20 for 20% off of your order. Next, we have the Great Adventure Supply Company. Great Adventure Supply Company is really cool. They have a bunch of 80s and 90s themed pop culture themed Disney and theme park apparel. So if you're like me, you miss the 90s, you love that style. They recently released some new exciting additions to their store. Be sure to check them out. And we also have a coupon code for the Great Adventure Supply Company that's going to be Magic15 for 15% off of your order. So thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you and our sponsors. So stay tuned here on the Amplified Network. Your show will be coming up soon.
Pre-fight chats so they get in each other's face.
It was hardly even that.
Behave yourself, dog. So, some of you probably wondering where Vance is. Same. He got a job offer cross country and had to go and handle adult things last week. And we're not sure where he went. He got past Tampa and then we lost communication. Like, all jokes aside, we literally stopped hearing from him after like Jacksonville.
We're assuming he's alive.
We're hoping he's alive, and we'll call us soon to confirm. So hopefully he'll be here in future episodes. Otherwise, if you like anime, I might need a new co-host. Good thing I'm on 2 shows. You have 2 mics over there?
There's one.
I had the one from the corner over here, and I got this one.
Okay. Yeah, and then I have mic number 3.
It's lit. So yeah, hopefully if Vance is alive, we'll keep y'all updated. So we'll just jump into it. Also,
we're going to assume he's alive until...
It's like stormy outside, and since I'm here solo, just to not risk getting us struck by lightning and all of this dying, we'll just make this like a hard half hour. So I'll see if I can just cut through all this ish. So what did we have first going on here? I checked late chat. Oh yeah, we had the Pokemon 2019 press conference. So I didn't catch it, but I eventually caught the stuff afterwards. We've announced Pokemon Sleep, which we have no idea what it does yet, other than it tracks your sleep and somehow through your mobile app. I don't know if it's connected to Go at all. They literally just announced the game title and nothing else. They had a very cool and colorful trailer, and that was about it.
I'm very confused by who thought this up and what in God's name it's supposed to be.
I don't know how the game works. I can just tell you that I already lost because my sleep schedule is trash.
I sleep all day long on Saturdays, so Saturday is my day to kick some ass whenever that game comes out.
I was just trying to think, like, how does it know you're asleep? Like, how do I not just cheat and be like, I'm sleeping, and then when I wake, like, 16 hours later, I can just turn it
I
back
don't
on?
know, the same way that like smart watches and fitness trackers know that you're asleep.
How do they? Because I don't have one.
I think it's a combination of heart rate and you're not fucking moving.
Well, that's her F-bomb for the day.
I'm the producer. I get as many as I want.
That's also true. But yeah, apparently I looked into the game comes with, or you can buy, because like, they have the Pokemon Go. I was trying to find it at home, and I'm like pissed that I couldn't dig through it, my stuff, and find it. If anybody remembers when Heart Gold and Soul Silver
Yeah.
dropped, the Pokewalker.
Oh, I always wanted one. I never got it.
The Pokewalker, where if you got like the $60 box version, was like the predecessor for all this. It was like a little Pokeball, Tamagotchi style, and my Snorlax is now trapped inside it somewhere, buried in my house. You walk
Bye,
with it, it'll tell
Snorlax.
you how many like kilometers you got. I think you could gain EXP with it, and if you walk long enough, your Pokemon would get like rare items to attach, like charcoals and things that'll help your Pokemon evolve and whatnot.
I think Pokemon Go is a combination of that and then the April Fool's Day joke with Google one year where they had like Pokemon all over the place that you could catch in Google Maps.
Really, I never saw that.
Oh, I had so much fun with that.
Yeah, so they had that going on, and then now they have Pokemon Go Plus, where I think if you like have your phone off or something, I don't know how it works. I think it tells you when you're near Pokestops if you don't have like your phone on, like it glows. It's like this weird. It's shaped almost like the little pins you put in the map, but Pokeball style.
Oh, like the little like wristband thing that they've been selling for a
Maybe
little
it's a
bit.
wristband. I know it's just like this weird little.
It's like it either clips on or it goes on a
Yeah, it's this weird
wristband.
little like T-pose shaped thing that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the Pokemon Go Plus, and now they have the Pokemon Plus Plus, which basically is like the Pokewalker 3.0. It's a little thing that you can buy for like 50, $60. It's like a little Pokeball, and apparently you can take it with you to travel and use Pokemon Sleep,
We heard you like Pokemon, so we got you Pokemon for your Pokemon.
basically. And then like Let's Go has like a little $60 Pokeball attachment.
Yeah.
It's they basically have been like Frankensteining all their previous products into like the new products until they get this huge shebang of like things that they can put together and just sell to everybody.
But people will buy them, so.
Honestly, like I watched the Also, I don't have pictures for any of this because a lot of this news came to me like last night. I watched
Or like today.
that too, like
The thing was today.
the Pokemon Direct thing.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into that in like a few minutes. But yeah, they had the. I'm trying to go in like somewhat of an order here. Because everyone has their own directs, and I want to use their proper names for them. Yeah, tune in on June 5th at 6 a.m. for roughly 15 minutes of information on Sword and Shield for the Nintendo Switch in a live stream Pokemon Direct. Different from Nintendo Direct or the Smash Bros. Direct, which is kind of murdering the whole purpose of E3 even being a thing anymore.
It's like it doesn't even exist.
I keep telling people E3 is now becoming what VidCon used to be. Or
Well, I
VidCon is
think
now.
I think with the internet being at the place that it's at, it's not surprising that it's kind of dying down a bit.
But even like Microsoft is doing. Apparently, they have like their own Microsoft Center across the street from where E3 is. So like technically, Microsoft is a part of E3 with like Xbox, but their whole thing is being hosted at a separate venue across the road. So literally, they're technically in competition, which with a venue that they're technically a part of. It's ridiculous. And then the directs are just like, we could just do this from home. Why go across the world and go to San Diego Comic Con and any of this other stuff for like a couple of days? We could just live stream from the crib and just go right back to work.
Exactly. Save money. And it's raining.
I rolled up my windows, I think. I'll find out in about 30 minutes. But yeah, so if you watch the Pokemon Direct, we actually got a decent 15 minutes of content. Like, it's actually, it's not like Smash Bros. Where they went for like 45 minutes and you actually got. Okay, my keys have given up on me. Like Smash, like all the other directs, you get like a good hour's worth of content. It's all chock full of information. This one got right to the point and summed it up in a short amount of time. So we're in now the Gallo region for Sword and Shield. Everyone is tripping because they showed some new Pokemon. Everyone's favorite one right now is the sheep called Wooloo with like pigtails. It's literally a sheep with like pigtails.
Because we don't already have sheep Pokemon with weird names.
We have
Flaffy
yeah,
and
Flaffy
Mareep.
This one looks like a legit like Shaun the Sheep, Spyro level 1 sheep type Pokemon.
Oh, goodness.
And then the graphics and like the adventure are kind of like a mix of Pokemon Let's Go meets Pokemon Go, and it's honestly they've done like again a good little Frankenstein project because if you look into it, they have like this raven called Corviknight, and I'm not sure if it's like the what is the word I'm looking for? Like the bird for that region, because apparently they say you can use it like a little taxi to get you to and from.
Ah, gotcha.
So I don't know if you actually catch it or if you can just summon it upon needing to get the hell out of a jam. Like when you walk out of a cave after getting demolished, and there's always that one a-hole waiting to just beat you.
Of course there is.
Relax, Pooch.
Tyrion's back briefly.
And apparently they're incorporating raid battles into this. So on top of like moving around and seeing Pokemon walking around in the distance and whatnot, like they did in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and whatnot. Hey, he's alive.
Not Vance.
Well, that's still pending. Yeah, so apparently Pokemon can come out into the wild, and they have this new thing called Dynamaxing, which we had Mega Evolutions, Dynamax, basic. Dynamax makes your Pokemon like the size that they are in a raid battle. So Dynamaxing makes Pokemon into these like ginormous things. If you're using it, you can have Dynamax go for 3 turns. You get it once per battle. I believe in every gym battle, every gym leader has at least one Dynamax Pokemon, so you got to strategize how to take that one down. It's real, like a beautiful, like cinematic type thing more than anything.
I feel like that and like Mega Evolving or whatever, it just makes me think of Digimon and how like they'd like evolve and then unevolve.
True. I never got into the whole Mega Evolution thing, but this one honestly I might pick up, especially now that they're selling like a combo pack. Because then me and my brother, if I ever get a Switch, could just swap, or they could just each play a copy and just trade for whatever Pokemon you can't collect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're taking the online function. You're in the Gallo region. The area, it's no longer the wild. It's called the wild area. So that's basically everywhere outside of civilization you go. The time of day, and I think the time of day and the weather, kind of like how ugly it is outside, factor into what Pokemon you see. So literally, you can encounter new and different Pokemon, or you gotta wait for certain conditions to kick in.
So if you're in Florida, it will be the same Pokemon at the same time of day every day.
Or when you have these random fits like our weather's doing right now, you might encounter some water types. According to Go, it's monsooning outside.
I mean, over the summer in Florida, it like from 3 to 4, you'll probably be able to find some water types every day.
Possibly. I'll go into the whole smorgasbord we have right now that are showing up. I could have used like 3 weeks ago when I was doing this freaking Kabuto and Ammonite quest. Like I legit only because I was already in Winter Park for a thing with some friends. I just went to this place where people told me there was a nest, and that is how much work I had to put in. Like 45 minutes from home just to get this stupid Meltan thing done, which I already had Meltan in my box because somebody gave me a Let's Go copy not too long ago to borrow. But moving on. So large Pokemon are now called Dynamax Pokemon. You don't have to try to counter these. Just like in raid battles for Pokemon Go, you get 4 people as the max. Only one person out of your group of 4 can use a Dynamax Pokemon to fight the raid boss. So yeah, it's weird. So 4 people max, 1 Dynamax per group, and then just like in Pokemon Go, when you guys defeat the boss, everyone gets a chance at catching it. I don't know how it's activated or how it's decided which Pokemon become raid bosses or Dynamax, but sometimes they said the only way you can encounter Pokemon is through the raid fights, and then they appear in the wild more often after that.
Okay. That's weird. I have feelings.
characters. The current Pokemon champion, I don't know if we're still doing the Elite Four thing. I haven't played in a couple generations. The current champion's name is Leon. Your rival, his little brother, is named Hop.
Seriously.
Yes, Hop. You heard me correctly. So him and just like all the other gym leaders, one Dynamax Pokemon. Apparently, gym battles are like actual gym battles, and when you have two Dynamax Pokemon, like depending on how your Pokemon fight and how the battle goes, and if you have two Dynamax Pokemon out at the same time battling each other, it creates like a whole crowd effect cinematic, kind of like the old Nintendo Wii sports games or the Kinect when you can like raise your arm and the crowd will like get louder and shut up depending on where you're positioned. So that's a nice little effect to it.
That's still weird.
Really?
I don't like the idea of that evolution anyway. So the fact that just all of a sudden there's a crowd cheering for how many rounds is it that you can have it up? Like 4?
I think the crowd cheers like throughout the fight, but as far as the Dynamax, you can keep it out for 3 turns and you get 1 Dynamax per battle.
Right. I don't know.
It was an interesting concept, but as far as what I saw, it was enough to make me think I might want to pre-order this game when it comes out.
I'll have to watch it and then decide.
Honestly, if you get 15 minutes, which rainy days usually provide, not a bad look. So yeah, champion is named Leon. Your rival's name is Hop. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we got the 2 legendaries. They're literally a sword and shield Pokemon. So the legendary shield Pokemon, Zamazenta. Legendary sword one, Zacian, I believe is how I'm saying it.
Why do they have to give them such difficult names?
I don't know. Neither one. Apparently they play into whatever the story is going to be for these two, so that'll be interesting. But it's weird that the Zacian actually carries a sword in his mouth. Like it's not attached. I don't believe it. Literally has like they literally like crossed sword and shield in the cinematic.
That's I don't know. I don't know how I feel about those being Pokemon.
You get all of this November 15th. It's coming out globally, so we get a I want to say universal worldwide release. So there's no more of the problems where you get the game a month after everyone else in Japan does, and they've already spoiled it with 1,000 Let's Plays that are going to be spammed in your YouTube recommended. If people are even still on that platform in a month because of how they're acting.
True.
And then just to touch back over the Pokemon Go-ish, where are we at? So we still have Cresselia raids for the Summer Legendary line on May 27th to June 18th. Cresselia can come out in shiny form June 18th to the 27th. We have Kyogre. 27th to July 10th we have Groudon, all with a high chance of being shiny. I wouldn't know what that's like, but other people do, apparently.
Are we sure it's a high chance of being shiny? And not just a chance?
I think for these they do a higher chance, but for all I know that higher chance could be 2% now instead of 1.
0.5% now instead of no percent?
Yeah. When is... Oh crap, is that this weekend? Yeah, June... Okay, Community Day. I completely slept on this one. June 8th, which is this weekend from 3 to 6, you can find Slack Off. And the only reason I'm going outside is because, well, if it doesn't look like this, you get the quarter egg distance, which I desperately need.
Yeah. Don't we all?
And then we have Adventure Week, makes a shattering return. So you can catch rock types. Basically, you have a heavy spawn of all these rock types like Geodude, Rhyhorn, Ammonite, Aron, Lileep, Anorith, and many others will appear frequently in the wild. Rock type Pokemon such as Onix, Larvitar, Lileep, Anorith, and Shieldon from 2-kilometer eggs. Onix and other rock type Pokemon will appear in raids. And you have a chance to encounter shiny Onix, Lileep, or Anorith. I have seen none of them. On the bonus though, you get 4 times more Buddy Candy if your Adventure Sync is actually acting right. I fixed mine finally. Also, during this whole thing, anybody who walks a total of 50 kilometers gets 50,000 Stardust and 15 rare candies. So at least we get some incentive this time.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving on to E3 nonsense. Apparently, Netflix has an announcement to make it E3, which I think is hella confusing, but at the same time, I'm not shocked. Those people are branching out into everything.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
I don't watch Did you do the Black Mirror interactive?
Yes.
How was it? I never played it. I never got into Black Mirror. I've seen 1 episode.
I liked it, but at the same time, like, they kind of force you into, like, more or less an ending that they want you to see.
Apparently, yeah, people were having issues because Netflix tweeted like, "There's so many endings, and you guys are only reaching like a couple of them," and everyone was complaining like, "You guys make it impossible to get the right combination of choices."
Yeah, like the first time that's like, oh, well, let's go back and do this again. Like it forced us to go back and make different decisions.
And it takes like roughly like, what, 2 hours to complete?
I don't think it was that long. I don't remember.
Because I know like they have the Telltale games like Minecraft and The Walking Dead, and Minecraft got ported over to Netflix, I think, for the first and second season. So now if you had it on Xbox, you can now play it on Netflix, which the first one they had, I think, was like the Puss in Boots Choose Your Own Adventure from like Shrek for the Netflix Kids Edition.
That would make sense.
So if they're unveiling like a whole brand of those or possible more interactive games, I wouldn't be shocked. But the fact that Netflix is like legit branching into video games, I'm interested to see what they do. But if it's something that's like a complete disappointment, I'm not going to be shocked.
Right, I agree.
All right, moving on into anime news. We have zero knowledge about whether or not Dragon Ball Super is coming back next month. It's speculated in July. All the rumors have said July. The only confirmation we got is like yesterday there was a bunch of things circulating about them being in preparation for the next Dragon Ball film, which I'm not even sure what they could do at this point because the manga goes in one direction. We have no idea where the anime could go. The whole thing with the moral arc on the new planet Namek is interesting. If you haven't read it, you should get a chance to. So honestly, it takes a nice character development turn for Vegeta. Takes a nice turn for Majin Buu, who hasn't been useful for like the entire damn show. Like they literally had 2 fights where like we're gonna need him desperately, and this fat bitch fell asleep. And they can't wake him. They're like, yeah, he sleeps in comas. He only wakes up every like 3 months when he sleeps like this. So twice he's let us down, and now he's apparently an important factor. And then moving on into movies, for those of you who have never heard of Studio Ghibli, you've probably heard of the Disney film Ponyo at one point. Studio Ghibli makes Studio Ghibli was like the anime hierarchy for like anime films growing up. They always made these beautiful, vivid animations with like these nice story plots. And then they came out with Disney's Ponyo and they got shut down. So now we have Ghibli Fest, which they show some of their classic films once a month for the next, I want to say, year or so. So the ones that have passed for 2019, we have Howl's Moving Castle for April 7th, 8th, and 10th. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind was May 20th and 21st. Whisper of the Heart, July 1st and 2nd. My favorite one and my first, I think, anime film ever, Kiki's Delivery Service, July 28th, 29th, and 31st. My Neighbor Totoro, August 25th, 26th, and 28th. The Secret World of Arrietty for September 29th and 30th. Perfect for Halloween, honestly. If you haven't seen it, it's one of those movies where it's like the Halloween town of anime films. It has the whole creepy, nature, but it's not actually scary. Spirited Away, October 27th, 28th, and 30th. Princess Mononoke, another good one for November 17th, 18th, and the 20th. The Tale of Princess Kaguya, December 16th and 18th. So Fathom Events on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they basically have a link to all of this if you want to buy tickets. I might go see Spirited Away and Kiki's Delivery Service because I grew up on those and that. I had Kiki's on VHS. I used to go rent it from my local library back when, I think it's still a thing you can do. I don't know.
I can't remember the last time I was in a library.
Between Amazon and everyone getting all their books online, I'm not sure how our local library stays open.
I don't know. In college, I basically lived in the library. Since then, I don't know where the closest library
I have
is.
friends who lived in the library but never checked out a book. They just go straight to the
Oh,
quiet section.
I checked out so many
They
books.
just went straight to the quiet section and just studied for like hours. Never checked out a book.
I checked out books, DVDs, you name it. I probably checked it out at some point.
Alright, moving on to more anime news. If anybody's seen the last episode of Attack on Titan, holy shit. Like, we've had some major character deaths and some major, sad moments. Last two episodes, we basically had everyone get axed. What was the big battle in Game of Thrones? Sorry, don't shoot me. I'm not a fan of the show. I haven't watched it yet.
The Red Wedding, you mean?
I would
No?
call it the Red Wedding, but these people actually put up a fight. What was the big battle that everyone hyped up for this last season?
Oh, against the Night King?
Yeah.
I don't know if it had a name.
Is this Battle of the North or something
Sure, we'll go with that.
So basically, it was like a big Game of Thrones battle-ish. They basically got pinned down by a enemy person who can control his Titan, which is like these giant human flesh monsters. And he was literally destroying every piece of covering they had. Their commander couldn't come up with a better option than everyone literally charge, and whoever gets there and doesn't get completely crushed, do the best you can. And that'll make way for our one ace in the hole to sneak up behind him and take him down, which he ended up doing, but literally he looks out to the crowd and see there's no one left. So the option, and then there was another Titan that they had to fight. So they basically got split into two groups for people who don't watch the show. For those who aren't keeping up, I'm sorry, I gotta break this down. It's a club. I gotta be introductory for the people who don't watch it. We basically got split into two groups. The people who got massacred, leaving only Levi, one scout, and their commander, who's now bleeding to death, left. And the other group, which left our beloved Armin, who was one of the main three characters we started out with, literally burnt to a crisp. Like, his whole body is just roasted black, and he's wheezing his last moments away. But the dilemma comes with, we have this serum that can turn someone into a Titan and save their life. If you eat somebody with Titan powers, you can now be turned into a Titan and be restored. That's how the show works. Basically, you basically have these idiotic Titans, which are like giant naked humans, but they all have this subconscious nature programmed into them that if you eat somebody who has the power to willingly turn into a Titan, you get your human consciousness back, and you can now have their powers. But you have to eat one of them. So they have a serum that will turn somebody in. They have a serum basically for generations, which they use, which we find got used on our main character, Eren Yeager. Eren's dad knew that his time was up. He couldn't do anything else. He was a wanted man. Other stuff was happening. Eren's dad used the serum on him. Eren ate his own father, hence giving him his powers. It's a real dark story. So now we have two options. Save the commander. Use the serum we have left to save the commander who, for his own people's own reasons, do not want him alive or want him. He is tearing that thing up. All the cotton is coming out.
It has ropes inside of it, so yeah, it's a Kong toy. In case anyone's wondering what we're talking about, it's the dog and his. But it's so cute to watch.
But yeah, so our options now are use the serum to save our commander, who we still need to save humanity and figure out all of our problems, or use it to save our friend Armin, who's been like a main protagonist for the entire show, is now cooked, just like extra crispy style, like Foghorn Leghorn taking on the monsters in game one. And the dilemma becomes, the scout who basically brought the commander back is like, I want to bring him back because I want him to live through all the hell he put us through. Everyone died out there except me, and he just gets to go off scot-free and live off in heaven. Hell no, bring him back so he can suffer for his crimes. And they're like, we should bring Armin back because even without the commander, Armin has figured out many of these puzzles that we get put through that has gotten us to this point, and I think he could even carry on the commander's will. So our guy in charge at the time, Levi, ends up bringing back Armin for the sake of... Our commander was kind of like Tony Stark. He, for the most part, wanted the best thing for humanity and did a lot of damage in the process, creating Ultron. So they realized the best thing to do for Erwin was let him rest. He's done enough. He's suffered enough. He's had enough guilt. He led an entire troop to their demise along with himself, like twice. So let him rest. Bring back Armin. So with Armin coming back to life, we now have one of the main villain's superpowers as one of our own in our ranks. Kind of like how the Night King stole the dragon. So kind of the equivalent to that.
I'm proud of you for knowing that much about Game of Thrones.
I remember seeing all the memes like, oh yeah, what's up, cuz? We got dragons now too. You think y'all the shit? I was just shocked that like we hyped them up for so many seasons just to see one of them get taken down with like a spear. Unless it had some magical powers I don't know about.
You just need to watch the show, man.
I will eventually. I'm trying to get through some of these shows before they get yanked off Netflix. Apparently, I'm trying to get through currently. This is how you know I'm not a huge DC fan. I'm trying to get through Black Lightning season 2 and then the last season of Jessica Jones when it drops.
Oh, I love Jessica Jones.
I love her too, but the fact that she gets a final season where everyone else is like, here's season 2. By the way, the show's canceled. She at least gets to go like gracefully.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining. I'm just like, ouch. I hope that we at least get some cameos this season because last season was just a lot of... She was her own antagonist, really.
Yeah.
The show could have been called The Damaged Defender. Like, we ended all...
That's true.
Like, we could have ended... We ended Defenders with everyone, hey, if you guys ever need help, call us. Jessica, I hate everybody. No one help me. Leave me alone. How dare you try to do things? Get out of my face. Like, Malcolm deserved none of that.
I mean, that's just her, though.
Still, and then Trish is just an idiot. Like,
Don't get me started.
Like, I didn't feel bad for her at all. I was mad at when she broke into the lab. It was like, stop the process. I'm like, it's too far gone. If I was her, I would have just seen how it ended at this point. You know your sister's a drug addict. Might as well see how this plays out. And moving on, our last bit of news. E3 now has their lineup coming up. We don't know what the hell else to expect. For those of you who don't know, E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo. Basically, this is where all the creators get together. Microsoft, Sony, all these other places, Activision, the game companies, and the consoles themselves come together to announce the new consoles, new concepts, user interaction problems, that things are going to try to better in the future, new games coming out, and we have almost nothing. E3 is going down the tubes. Mainly because everyone's doing their direct. Nintendo has their own direct. Sony now does State of Play, which I watched and it was garbage. Ubisoft and all the other companies had E3 last year, and apparently they bombed worse than the K-pop panel at MegaCon.
Goodness.
They have these weird like song and dance numbers they tried to do, and it was just cringeworthy for the whole crowd.
That's fun.
So like all we've got now is Anthem, which is already out.
Yeah.
Apex Legends already out. Battlefield 5. Like the top 3 games on this list that I've seen that Vance sent me a week ago, the most we can get is DLC. Battlefield 5, Battlewake, Bee Simulator, Borderlands 3, which people are pissed about because it's gone to the Epic Store, which is the home of Fortnite. So people have been review bombing Borderlands, which I've never played any of them, but people are going on Steam and like giving it 1-star reviews because they want it to be accessible to everyone everywhere, but now you have to go download the damn Fortnite home base to get it.
Gotcha.
So I can understand why people are upset.
Yeah.
Call of Duty 2019, which is now Modern Warfare, which everyone's hyped for it because Modern Warfare was like the best series, and I will say MW2 is still the GOAT. I'm not touching it until I see gameplay and find out we're not getting 1,000 loot box items to start off. Cyberpunk 2077, Doom Eternal, which Doom was a good game, nice reboot. Dying Light 2, played the first one, I was a fan. FIFA, never really touched it. Farmers Dynasty, Fortnite Summer Block Party. I don't even know what the hell it could be at this point.
No clue.
I'm not buying it. Fortnite Summer Block Party, Halo Infinite, John Wick Hex. So we don't have a whole lot of info except for the titles. I'm hoping that we have more info in the coming weeks. I'm just hoping E3 as a whole doesn't suck because it has in the last couple of years. What are you are you good in the handle right now?
Yes.
She's over here crocheting for people who can't see it.
Which is everyone. Everyone can't see it.
You want to hold it up for the class?
Nope.
Maybe we'll look at the finished product. What else did I have in here? Oh yeah. Final bit of news for in the anime world. Akira Toriyama, the creator of any and all things Dragon Ball, that is Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, which hate it if you want to, we loved it, it was great, shut up. Dragon Ball Super, and everything that came from that has now been nominated for the Comic-Con Hall of Fame. So, this is a 2019 Comic Eisner Award. Honestly, I think it's well deserved. Between all the struggles and whatnot you have to go through as a mangaka, it's rough. There are many times you don't get to spend with your family. You get stuck in a studio for almost 16 hours a day, 4-hour sleep periods, which is why Pokemon sleep will be horrendous for me because I barely get that in the night. So to see him nominated for this late in life and that we're appreciating these people before they go, because Jesus. Here it comes. So yeah,
Let's see what Pokemon are out.
Wrap it up because I don't want us to get struck down. Anime Club. For all our social media, you can follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Please subscribe. Twitch. I think we're close enough to being a Twitch partner, if I'm correct. I believe we're only a couple people away.
We need like 15 more followers on Twitch, people.
Please go support us on Twitch and on Instagram. As far as my ish, because I know you humans cannot spell. That is my Facebook. Twitter.
Upside down.
Is it? You know what? They can flip it. Instagram. Alright, Anime Club. We're going to get out of here before the wrath of God strikes us all down. Peace.